What's up? It's Austin, and you're watching The Music Enthusiast.
Up, I'm Sarah from Music Enthusiast, and I'm here with one of my favorites right now, Austin. How are you?
I'm doing so good. How are you?
I'm great. I mean, the sun's shining, and I get to talk to you, so I couldn't ask for a better day.
The sun is shining. The sun is also shining behind me, even though I had to block it all the way out, and I look like I'm in the dark. But it's nice here too.
Amazing. So I know your parents weren't musical, but you always had records playing in the house. So what is your fondest musical memory?
Ooh, I have so many, but I think specifically with my parents, we had these, or it still goes on in my hometown, Park City. Um, every summer they have these big concerts at this ski resort called Deer Valley, and it's basically like one of the ski slopes is just a hill where all these people gather, and then there's this huge amphitheater where they have music, and like every single Wednesday I would go see concerts with my parents, and we would have a picnic, and it was just this huge like ordeal when I was little. Then we would do it every single week, and it was so fun. And I look back on that, and like obviously nobody can really see shows right now unless they are outside, but like I would do anything to go back and do that with my parents. Yeah.
That's so fun. Oh my God. I miss literally anything to do with shows. Like any show I see right now, I'm like, I need to go. Where's the ticket?
Yeah. And I'm so curious like what the dynamic is. I've seen so many people announcing tours, and I'm like curious if it's like inside and you have to stand far away from each other, like how many people can be there. It's gonna be weird, but at least we can do it, I guess, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean, virtual shows can only do so much, right?
I know. Yeah. Virtual shows are not the same, but
hmm I
they're
mean,
still good.
I've seen two. Maybe I saw the Aces. They did so well, and then I saw Duckworth. He put on like a whole movie. It
Wow.
was so cool. But yeah.
Yeah, so many people have been just like pushing the boundary and making these incredible live streams, and
hmm
yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite album of all time?
Oh my gosh, you're really getting me with these questions. It's so hard to say that with certainty because there's so many different albums from so many genres and eras that have influenced me as a human. But I think like musically, I always reference the Melodrama album by Lorde, just because every single song on that just kills me. Like I can put it on and listen all the way through, and I find new things every time, and it just has inspired so much of what I do that like it's probably my all-time favorite.
I mean, that album is incredible. There's like some sad songs, and you have like Green Light where you can like, I don't know, like roll down the windows and just yell.
And scream, and yeah, it's like I think the production that Jack Antonoff did on that was really pushing the boundary of pop music and like bringing in weird like sounds and kind of like EDM textures into it. And I don't know, it's just a genius album, and I love it.
Totally. And speaking of pushing boundaries, you are totally doing that with your songwriting. So, what differences have you seen between like your first EP to what you're writing now?
um so many. I think when I was writing my first EP, I was in Chicago, I was in school. I was just really sick of telling everyone, like, I'm a singer, I'm a musician, and they'd be like, where can I hear your stuff? And I was like, I don't have any stuff. So I really wanted to get something out so I could show people, like, hey, I can sing and I can write. And I really just kind of made that as something that I could show people. So looking back, like, there's so many things that I would change. My writing has grown so much. My storytelling, I think, has developed so much, but um, I guess I wouldn't change it. Like, I'm glad I had that as a stepping stone, but everything that I'm writing now, I feel like is so much more in depth and mature. And I'm really starting to figure out like what kinds of sonic elements that I want to move forward with. So yeah, I think so many things have changed, but that's normal, right? You're supposed to grow as you get older. So
Yeah, totally. And I mean, I heard you talking about like how before you were putting yourself into characters, and now you're like speaking of what's like what experiences you've had as a human. So I mean,
mhm.
is that hard to do, and how do you get through that?
Well, it is hard, like yes and no, because yeah, I was when I was writing when I was younger and starting to put out my own music, I was like terrified of swearing, of talking about like drugs and alcohol, talking about anything related to sex. I was like, well, I think part of it was because I grew up in Utah. Um, so I kind of felt like this pressure to not, talk about things like that, even though my family was always very encouraging of follow your heart, just be a good person. So once I kind of got over that and realized like I don't have to pretend to be somebody else, I can just talk about things that I've actually been through and that I actually do. And like some people will relate, some people will hate it, but that's okay. Um, so it's gotten a lot easier to write just from the sense that I'm writing as me, but it's also really scary because I'm opening myself up to like so much judgment and hate. Um, but I think in any industry that you go into, you're opening that opportunity, you're opening that door. So yeah, I'm kind of just trying to like embrace it and have thick skin.
I feel like when you get hate, it means you made it in a way.
That's what Taylor Swift says. So I'm trying to trying to listen to her. Yeah, it's been really weird like seeing mixed feedback on some of my stuff because it makes you close up in a way and think that you're doing something wrong. But like you said, it's like people are seeing it and that means something, right?
Yeah, totally. And I mean, you're killing it right now. So there you
Thank you.
go.
I'm trying.
And you're doing great. So, How to Be Human, let's talk about that. It's
Yeah.
such a good tune. I've literally been playing it on repeat. I'm pretty sure my parents are like so annoyed with me. But how are you feeling about that track being released?
Um, Great. Yeah, I think that's actually one of the newer songs that we wrote off of the project because I had most of my songs done. And then we wrote Lie About You and then we wrote How to Feel Human and it just like yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that, but it feels really good to have it out and done and everything that I do with Jordy, I'm always so excited about. He's one of my best friends and it's so fun to do collaborations with him. So we had a really good time like getting all the materials ready. We filmed a music video that's coming soon and it was just a great time. I'm so happy it's out.
Me too. It's so great. I mean, was this written last month while you were at your writer's trip?
It wasn't. No, this one was written like a year ago actually or something like that. Yeah, we take so long to put stuff out.
God, amazing. So I guess obviously you're like super close friends with Jordy. He makes great tunes as well. So why was he perfect for this track?
I mean, I think he's perfect for any track.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
just
totally agreed.
I just love working with him. But we actually wrote this song at the same time that we wrote our other collaboration song Tomorrow. We had like 3 days where we went to a studio in Chicago and we were just getting apparently really sappy because both of the songs are like so sappy. We were just talking about growing up and like trying to become an adult and figuring out all the pros and cons of that. And the two songs came out, and we really couldn't decide who would take which song. Like we liked them both equally, so we were like, let's just both sing on them, um, and see what happens. And people have been really happy about it. I think it was a good fit.
It totally was. And I mean, you two collaborated once and you surprised us with another one. So I mean,
Yeah.
we all appreciate that.
Yeah, we were saying like maybe we should give it a break and not do another collab for like another couple years or something, but we will see. We write together all the time and we argue over who gets what song, so you never know.
Exactly. Amazing. So, um, okay, next question. I realized last night that there's like a sort of blue thing going on with your cover arts. So, is that intentional and what does it mean?
Um, I don't know if there's a deeper meaning to it besides just the fact that I love blue. Like it's definitely my favorite color. I think it's kind of for me signifying like a new era of my music and of my just storytelling. Because for a long time, I feel like I was kind of under the wing of people in the industry, kind of like guiding me and telling me who I should be and what I should say and what I should do. And when I finally broke out of that, I was like, this is going to be my own baby and my own project, and I'm going to say what I want to say. And I think that all of the visuals on this project kind of go together and are cohesive and represent like that new chapter of my life and saying exactly what I want to say. And I'm glad that you caught that because it's kind of cool. Yes, I just love blue.
Amazing. Me too. I mean, after purple, obviously, it's my favorite color.
Yeah, I love your bedspread. I was looking at that. It's so cute.
Thank you so much. So, in this project, you're talking more about like mental health, realities of growing up, the latest track, and then like with I Think You Should Leave, it's like shitty people in general. So, what has it been like writing about all this stuff? Like, is it a bit overwhelming in a way?
Totally. I think like writing music for me is usually overwhelming. Just because I feel like I get on a roll with an idea and I get so excited, like I like need to get it out. Um,
I know
and I
that's why you like can't produce also, right? I read that.
there's many reasons why I can't produce. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear this like weed whacker in the back. Is that so loud?
No, it's not that bad.
Okay, it's so annoying. They're right outside my window right now. I'm gonna like go yell at them. What was I saying? I can't produce, and this is exactly why I am so like ADD all over the place. Like I don't think I could actually sit down and like cohesively press all the buttons and move all the knobs. Like I sit there and I watch producers when I work with them, and it just makes no sense to my brain. And then I'm in the back like jumping up and down and like typing stuff and running around. My brain just does not work with like reading music or producing music. It's just not gonna happen.
I totally agree with that. I mean, I'm the same way. So, could we expect like a larger project soon?
Definitely. I haven't announced anything yet.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for that other than I just haven't. Because like we've been talking about the fact that there's something larger coming. And there will be a full-on announcement very soon. But yes. Yes.
So, other than the writing, like the songwriting and the topics that you're writing about, what differences have you seen between the upcoming thing and then your first EP?
Other than the songwriting you said?
Yeah.
So many differences. I just think that I really came into my own with this project, and still the stuff that's coming after that I've been writing is like another step in a forward moving direction. I think just like since writing my first project, so much has changed. I graduated from college. I got into a relationship with my producer that I work with that like has opened up a whole nother side of, like my brain and vulnerability in my writing. I moved to LA. I'm starting to work with like new producers and writers every day that are like pushing my boundaries of what songwriting even means. So I think I'm just always like trying to challenge myself with my music. And yeah, there's lots of new stuff coming soon and it's all very different.
I can't wait. Each track is so different but so great. I mean, they're all like bopping around in your room through a vibe. It's amazing.
Thank you. And yeah, I mean, seriously, tell your mom again that I say thank you for listening to my stuff. It's so cute. Like, that means so much.
So, this is a fun question. If you could live in a music video, which one would you live in and why?
Oh my gosh. Do you have an answer to that?
Oh my God, I think I would say like California Girls by Katy Perry because like the candy.
I'm like drawing a blank with music videos right now. All I'm thinking is like scary stuff that I definitely would not want to be trapped in.
Or is there like a movie you would live in?
I mean, my favorite movie of all time is Pirates of the Caribbean. And I always like wanted to be in that movie, but I don't think I would like survive for very long. Mm-hmm. Wait, music video. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank, but That's a really cool question. Let me think about it and I'll like message you.
Okay, cool. I'll like insert it at the bottom.
Yeah, perfect.
So, last question. Also, I love your two posters in the background. I see Tyler and Frank.
Thanks.
No problem. I named this little guy Tyler, and then this one's Pablo. But
I love that. Pablo's just for fun, right?
yeah, exactly.
That's cute. Or like Life of Pablo, maybe.
I have no idea where I came up with Pablo. I think,
It's just a good name for a plant.
yeah. So, who are your favorite artists right now?
Right now, okay. That's a question I can answer. The music video one really stumped me, but that means that it's good. Um, right now, I've been listening to a lot of Fantagram.
Mhm.
They're just so cool. I've been listening to this artist named Wenz, who I'm obsessed with. Yeah, yeah. She's like this LA based chick. I'm supposed to, I think, have a writing session with her in the future, but I'm just obsessed with her. Um, Upsall is one of my favorite artists. I've
We
been
drove
listening
with her
to.
like the other day too.
Oh, yeah. I literally had a session with her yesterday, and I did have a small panic attack, but it was great. The session went really well, and she's super cool. um, Holly Humberstone, I've been listening to a lot. She's crazy. Ben Kessler, so many different people. Yeah. And then also my boyfriend just put out a project. He's in a band called Friday Pilots Club. And that's been on repeat for me too. So lots of like up and coming artists. I love finding people that are, not like on huge labels and doing really cool stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, that's why I started this whole thing to do that.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. Like this is so important for people that don't have like the giant platform to reach audiences. It's like I love that there's people that care about the up and coming music. It's so special.
It's really the best music possible to be a thing. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Best music possible to be a thing. Yes.
Well, thank you so much again. It was so much fun talking to you and like actually getting to meet you.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I have to say before we go, I love your nails. I've been staring at them this whole time. That's so cool and I might copy that.